Hello there and welcome back to some more Forza Horizon 4. Today we are taking a look at the DLC cars for week number 5 of the Car Pass, aka the cars that were released on the 26th of October 2018. Of course, we got 2 cars this week. Let's take a look at what they are. We begin with the 2018 Mustang GT Deberti design, 750 horsepower, 653 foot-pound torque, 3,820 pounds of weight, S1 class, 835 PI, front-engined rear-wheel drive. This is of course a modified version of the 2018 Ford Mustang, a car we already have in the game. Yeah, I don't want to get sort of i8 Roadster because I had to go the i8 Roadster last week, but this is kind of similar, I guess. Admittedly, this car is at least different, sort of drastically from a performance standpoint from the standard 2018 Mustang. Admittedly, you could probably build a 2018 Mustang to have 750 horsepower, but in all fairness to this car, it does have a different wide body on it. It probably has different tyre measurements and all the rest of it, and it probably handles differently to if you were to build up a 750 horsepower Mustang, so I don't think it's quite as egregious as the i8 Roadster was, but I still find it a little bit lazy, the fact that it's a car that's kind of already in the game a little bit. Again, this one is more forgivable, it is more of a standalone model. It is kind of cool. I'm not going to get much use out of it. I'm not much of a muscle car person, to be honest with you, and if I was to use a Mustang, I would probably just get a 2018 and build it up to how I'd want the car instead of having this pre-tuned version of it. But it's certainly something different, and it's certainly something for the tuner crowd. I believe this car was featured at the SEMA show. It was one of a couple of modified Mustangs built specifically for the show, so that's pretty cool. It looks cool, I'll give it that. But yeah, it is, I don't want to say it's a little bit lazy, but it is a bit. And speaking of lazy, we have to talk about the next car, the 2012 Lamborghini Gallardo LP570-4 Spyder Performante, 562 horsepower, 398 foot-pound torque, 3,790 pounds of weight, S1 class, 814 PI, mid-engined all-wheel drive. This is, of course, a returning car to the Forza Horizon franchise, previously featured in Horizon 1. It was actually a VIP bonus car, I believe, in that game. And as much as I love the Performante, I think it's a great looking car, it's another car where I have to do the same as I did with the i8 Roadster. I have to say, it's a little bit pointless considering we already have a standard Superleggera already in the game, the coupe version, which is lighter and probably better to drive than this one is. Admittedly, again, the Performante is a good looking car, I love the stripes on it and stuff, but it does seem a little bit lazy to have this in the game. I like having the Spyder versions of cars in Horizon games. I think that's cool. That was something I really liked about Horizon 1. But, you know, you sort of should have them in the game already instead of, you know, putting them in the car pass as things for people to acquire. Also, another little niggle, this isn't actually a full Forza Vista model, which it probably should be considering you're actually charging people money for it. I don't know if the standard Gallardo is or not, but it is sort of one of those things where it makes you believe maybe it's just a Horizon 1 model upscaled. I mean, it looks great in game, so I can't complain too much, but yeah, it does come off a little bit lazy, Playground, I'm sorry. If you was to add a Gallardo to this game, I'd probably, you know, add something like the Gallardo Balboni, a car which we've never seen in Forza before. Admittedly, as much as that's just, oh, it's just a Gallardo, it is rear-wheel drive, it is a little bit different, while as this Performante is literally just a convertible version of the already existing Superleggera, so yeah, it's not great. And that's sort of this week in general. You've got a pre-tuned Mustang and a slightly worse version of the Lamborghini Gallardo. That's essentially what you've got this week when you boil it down to, which is a bit of a shame. You know, the last couple of weeks I've been able to say one positive thing, like last week I said the GRC Civic's pretty cool. This week I can't really do that. I'm not going to really use either of these cars. I might go cruising in the Performante a little bit. I'd probably use the Performante over the standard Superleggera, but I'm not really going to use the standard Superleggera because why would I use a Gallardo when I could probably just use the Huracan, which I do prefer. So yeah, it's a little bit of a shame, I'm afraid, and that's sort of this week wrapped up. Anyways, thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, farewell.